So sometimes you encounter in GRE really long questions, and you just start to get lost and take forever to figure out a really easy way to solve it. It just boils down to if it's worthwhile, just solve it by like, oh, just a huge long one equation, or it's maybe you have a whole set of equations. Maybe this is easy. This is really easy, in my perspective, to acquire the equation, and from a really long problem. So the only thing you need to do is just try. I mean, I don't think we even have 3 equations. Most of the time, just 2 equations. So it's quite trivial to solve by substitution. So if you find quite hard to translate the question to from English to mathematical language, here are a few examples. First, they ask like even or odd something. You just make n an integer. So even means 2n, odd means 2n plus 1. So that's that. And or sometimes they ask you positive or negative. You just define a number is p greater than 0, then the positive number is p, negative number negative p. I mean, it's kind of trivial in a way in this sense, but when you start to pile up the information, you'll find those quick notes will be easier to follow. Say more than or less or more than. So for instance, a is some number, maybe n more than b. So in just English, for me, it's translated to mathematics. So a equals to b plus n. Like a is the number how much a have. B is how much b have. Then you just can translate it into from English to the simple equations. Same thing. Less than, more than, less than is just the other way around, right? So maybe a has n times of b. So that means a equals to n dot b, n times b. And so maybe we have sometime average of a, b, dot dot z is n. Sorry, is, I don't know, some other number is m, and there's like n things. Then it's a plus b plus dot 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 z divided by n equals to m. So if you translate those things into English, it is rather simple to solve, as I can illustrate for one of the question. So I'll just do that along the way to show how fast it can be done. Assume there's a particular zoo. 2/5 of all the animals are mammals. So mammals is 2/5 of the all. So that's all the animals. All animals is X. All animal X. 2/5 are mammals. 2/3 of the mammal are allowed to interact directly with public. So 2/3 of that. 2/3 of the mammal is allowed to interact with public. If 24 mammals are allowed directly with, so then you know P equals to 24. 24 mammals are allowed to directly interact with public. How many animals are not mammals? So they're asking how many are not mammals, which means total animals minus mammals equals to what? See, like those long questions ended up boils down to a set of equations. I'm trying to make it like long to make it obvious, but if you are really familiar with it, you don't even need to write those complicated things down. For instance, I would just write down the public is 2/5 multiplied by 2/3 multiplied by X equals 25. And from this, we already know X equals to 24 multiplied by 15 divided by 4, which is, I don't have a calculator, but I think I could do it, 80. Right, that's X equals 80. So mammal is 2/5 dot X, which is what's 116.2. You don't need to do those quick maths in your mind. You just pop it in right into your calculator. So that's M. The question asking X minus M, which is equals to 80 minus 32 equals to 48, which I believe is not the correct answer. So what happened here? 162, 32, which I think are not, how many mammals in the zoo are not mammals? 2/3 of all animals are mammals. 2/3 of mammals are allowed to interact. 48. 2/3 of them are not directly interact with, are allowed to directly interact with mammal. So the 80. So sorry. So here it should be 90. So 90. It should be 1 divided by 1. 1/8. So 1. 36. So 90 minus 36 equals to 54, and that's the correct answer. I apologize. But again, if you have a whole set of equations, then the sanely complicated question is not too complicated after that.